Welcome to episode 28 of Northwynd, the Druid True First Life series. In this episode, I'm going to be doing Epic Elite, the Crucible, in Gianthold. Woohoo! Alright. Let's pull up some numbers here. You know, I was just noticing that my armor class is leaving a lot to be desired. But I do have quite a bit of AC waiting for me in Hardened. It says you get 15 from Tier 3, but for whatever reason I found that it gives me a little bit more than that. I don't know if it's bugged or what, but I'll take it. So there's some waiting for me there, and I also need to get a better shield at this point. My wall of wood, I'm really getting nothing from it at this point, and the AC bonus is pretty lame. I've just been looking for random gen, but I haven't found anything that's even worth picking up, so it's kind of sad. Hopefully I'll get something for next video. But, you know, on the True First Lifer, I think I can get the AC up to about 140, 150. I don't know if I'm going to get there on this toon during the series, but I think that that is achievable. Okay, so I've got the Epic Destiny screen open, so let's talk about that. I am in Unyielding Sentinel. I almost was going to do this in Shirati. I do need some Shirati XP because I want to cap that out so I have access to get Epic Spell Power Cold when I get to level 29. You have to have a Primal or an Arcane Destiny Max to have access to that. And I'm going to have to go way into 29 before I can take it because, you know, I only need like a couple 100,000 to get to 29, but I need like 700,000 to cap out on Shirati. I'm in Unyielding Sentinel now. So I'm level 4 on Yielding Sentinel. 2 ranks into that. So left to go is another point of Strength of Vitality. So I have 15% insight to maximum hit points. I'll get 20. I mean, look at where I'm at. 1,416 hit points. Ballin'! I still got to get Tier 3 of Commanding Presence. And then that'll be it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Yeah, and that'll put me to my 24 points. Yep. So that's it. For the twist, Rejuvenation Cocoon and Primal Screen have been there for a long time, and like I said, I was going to be using this third one to even out my Con or Wisdom scores, whatever needed that extra point to be an even number. So right now I needed Con to get to an even Con score, so that's why that's there. I'll just show you the map view. I did cap out Grandmaster Flowers and Legendary Dreadnought, and I wanted to do that before I took 28 so that I would have access to Elusive Target as a level 28 Epic Destiny feat. So I did pick that up. And like I said, my next project is to max out Shirati Champion. And that would have been a fun Destiny to do a video in, but at the same time, you know, this is the Destiny that I recommend. And so I think it's better to show using this Destiny. And you know, the defensiveness is just extra valuable on this True First Lifer. So, come a long way. 119 PRR. I like that. Come a long way since the last episode. In terms of the gear, which I'm pretty happy about. I mean, I've almost got every piece that I wanted. There's only one piece remaining that I am still going to try to get. So let's see where things are at. Wisdom 10, Insightful Evocation Focus 3 on the goggles, that's the same. Now I've got the Shadow Dragon Plate Armor up to Tier 2, so this is fully upgraded. There's just one upgrade from the base item, and it gives it an extra slot, and it gives it the big, the Shadow Guardian 30 damage reduction / epic, and you have 60 damage reduction / epic when you're below 75% health, so just giant. I love it. In the green slot, I put a Sapphire of Armor Agility to +2. I had it, so I just figured why not. That gives me, increases my maximum dexterity bonus in my armor by 2, and it also increases my maximum dodge bonus by 2. So that's 2% more dodge. And, you know, that's when you're a tank, you're looking for every mischance possible. Now this build is more about absorbing blows than it is dodging blows, you know, with the high PRR. But all at the same time, I'm a high AC build. I know I don't have very good AC right now, but Ginger Spice is a high AC build too. Not uber high. You know, I call it a quasi tank because it's not a true tank. True tanks are going to get much higher numbers, but you know, it's good enough for most situations, the overwhelming majority of the situations. Okay, so 2% more dodge, you know, I'll take it. Why not? You know, I didn't have anything else I really wanted to put in there. I could have put a topaz of power 250, had a few more spell points, which would have been appreciated, but whatever. Maybe I'll put that in there later. But I don't even have a dex item right now, so I'm only getting one dexterity bonus. I really probably should try to find a way to get like at least like a diamond of dexterity plus 6 or something, but I just don't have the slots available right now, and I just don't care enough to bother, I guess. Okay, so still got the Epic Braces of Wind. These are, you know, there's really not much going on here for me anymore. Because, you know, I showed you last video, I got the legendary symbol of the Slave Lords, and that has lesser displacement. That's a 25% concealment mischance. And blur on the bracers is a 20% concealment mischance. So those don't stack with each other. It's just the better of the two. So blur from the bracers is meaningless now. Okay, and I don't need the lightning lore, really, because I got my legendary spinneret. I mean, this would give me 3 more than from the spinneret, but, you know, big deal. Magnetism 122, that's not higher. I got the legendary Panstophic Circlet, too. So, dodge bonus 11. Okay, I got some dodge there. Okay, I'm getting something there. Air guard, okay. And I got 2 slots. So there's still some marginal value here. But in the long run, I think I have a Slave Lord's Craftable in here, which is a better use of that slot. But yeah, I'm still benefiting from some things here. The next item is, I don't know if I had this last video, Wizardry 165, False Life 33. On the boots, Speed 9, Sheltering 25, and Insightful Dodge bonus 4. Iron Mitts is the same. I'd like to have a higher resistance item, but this is just going to have to do for now. I do have parrying, so that's helping. Legendary Spinneret. Oh, yeah. So, I made a friend here on Cana, and, he took me through a couple more, he invited me to a couple more Legendary Elite Slaver's Chains last night, and, I got the Spinneret, which was totally awesome. And this has got Spell Lore 15 on it. So this is a great sort of generic universal spell lore item. I do like to have a higher cold or ice lore item, which I use a Slave Lord's Craftable for that to get up to, 28, I think, for the cold. But this is good enough for everything else. Got quality potency 32, quality spell focus mastery 2. So where's the earthquake DC? 52. That's pretty good for a true first lifer at level 28. Spell pen 7, that's pretty much meaningless. Although, it'll help my Word of Balance hit more on mobs that have spell resistance. And it's Mythic 1, so it's also on my universal spell power. And it got slotted up with the Golem's Heart. Remember I said, it was about maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I found one in the auction house for 300k. That's a smoking deal for a Golem's Heart. Picked up that bad boy. Constitution 10, parrying 5 on the belt, so this is the same as last video. The con is redundant from my necklace, but the parrying 5 is really nice. I mean, a 5 stacking bonus to saves. Cloak of Flames, again, not as much going on here. I'd like to have the Legendary Earthen Mantle at this point, and that's the one piece that I'm still going to try to get. We'll see if I get it or not. I don't have a lot of time left. I mean, this series is almost over. Yeah, look at this. I'm a quarter rank from 29, so I got 1 1/4 levels to go, and it's all over. So, yeah, I would like to replace it with that. Legendary Earthen Mantle is such just the perfect item. It's a great item for this build. But honestly, you probably craft better with the Slave Lords. It's a nice item in any event. It's a legendary symbol, the Slave Lords. Got slotted up protection from +6. I'd like to have protection +8. I tried to do a trade last night. I haven't been pushing it hard though because it's just there'd be 2 more AC, but I'm so close to the end of things now that I'm just like, well, it's not that I'm gonna coast to the end, but I'm just done trying to trying to do trades anymore and stuff. I've got 83 shards, I've got 2.8 million plat, and there's nothing really more that I can really want that I want to buy. So, again, the only piece of gear that I'm really going to try to get at this point is the legendary Earthen Mantle. Although I'm still posting things on the shard, I'm still posting collectibles, and if I can get a few more shards, I can afford a festive diamond of wisdom +2. So that'd be a pretty cool little thing to pop on here. It's also got True Sing and Insightful Con 8. This is the highest Insightful Constitution item in the game. This thing is so awesome. It has a reasonable drop rate, as does the legendary Spinneret. So, both the symbol and the Spinneret drop in end chest of part 1 of Slave Lords. So knock those out. And I will say, I've been getting a lot of guild invites here. A lot more than compared to when I was on Thelanis a couple of years ago. I will say that, I was in a Legendary Elite Slave Lords. I think we did like 4 runs. And I died in the traps in part 1 a couple of times. I died in some trash mobs in part 1 once. I died in part 3 in the end fight once. I got assassinated by Narls, that little bastard. Like, he ran right over to me as soon as I went in, and just BAM! And then I died a couple more times, I think, in part 3, and I can't remember from what. So I want to be real. I mean, that's tough stuff. True First Life, level 27, to be in Legendary Elite Slave Lords. But I'm just letting you know, like, I was dying in there a little bit. You know what I pulled? A legendary statuette to the gods. Can you believe that? But I wasn't going to take it. I mean, I was with a full group. There's no way. I'm not staying here. I rolled that sucker off. I think they were pretty happy about that. In fact, I was rolling off all my bound ingredients. Okay, so the necklace is the same. Con 11. Gives me 1 more point of con than the belt. And it's got Insightful PRR 11, so that's pretty cool. I'd like to get something better. Hell, I'd like to get the Torque. I did another Demon Queen, did hard. This is the second time I did hard. And remember when I said I did it a few days ago, I said, it took all my mana, But this time, I ended up with 500 mana. It didn't even touch my bauble. I was smoking it. So, I'd love to get an Epic Elite Demon Queen completion. Maybe that'll be my final video. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty rough, but I think I could probably do it. The legendary Pansophic Circlet. Oh, this is just, you can drool over this thing. Insightful Potency 65, General Potency 31, Quality Potency 15. I mean, you got better quality potency on the legendary Spinneret. It's got Quality Potency 32, but still, the legendary Pansophic Circlet is the best general potency item in the game right now. Magical efficiency 10%. Huge for me. Just a perfect item for me. I mean, Druids do so many different damage types that having a general potency item is important. And I got the Diamond of Insightful Wisdom 2 in there. So it's not as high as the Insightful Wisdom 3 I had on the trinket, but, I'll take it. So I did I did those Slave Lords runs, and I actually gave away a bunch of the shackles. I think I gave away about 150 of those. And to like 200 chains, almost 200. If I really wanted to, I probably could have crafted one Slave Lord's like ring with the first 4 tiers. But for the purposes of this video, and that's where I would want to go next if I was playing this toon long term. But for purposes of this video series, I mean, I don't really feel like I needed that. It would have been nice. It would have been cool. But I do want to show you, like, I could have been really, really close to that, and by the end of the series, if I had really made it a priority, I could have had one Slave Lord's item. So the Wall of Wood, like I said, it's just not, the shield bonus 14 is pretty lame now. the natural armor bonus 5, nothing for me because I got the buff. Healing amp, nothing for me, it's on the gloves. Devotion, nothing for me, it's on the circlet. DR10, nothing for me because it's on the armor. So there's just not really anything here. I need a better shield, big time. This is the same as last time, except now I got my Meridian Fragment in there. Oh, this is so awesome. And this is one piece that I'm sad on Ginger Spice I don't have anymore. This is minus 6 spell points to the cost of maximized spells, which is really cool and especially helpful for this toon. But it also has this this interesting thing that when you get hit, it says when you take melee damage, you gain plus 8 psionic bonus to universal spell power for 20 seconds, and this effect stacks up to 3 times. And since this is a tanky playstyle and you're getting hit all the time, that's like an all-on plus 24 universal spell power, and it's a psionic bonus, so it's stacked with almost everything else in the game. As far as I know, there are only 2 other sources of psionic spell power, and that's the Zekozi Inner Dweller, which I don't have, and I don't use it anyways, and just because it's really quirky. And the set... shoot. Now I forgot the other item. I'll try to make a note of it in the video. Okay. Is that a long enough intro? Jeez, oh Pete. Epic Elite. So level 28 is the highest level that you can do this for full bravery bonus. And if you recall, I didn't do it in Heroics. This is the one Gianthold quest that I didn't do in Heroics. So I am getting full bravery bonus. Woot. In fact, I'm not going to finish this in Unyielding Sentinel. I'm going to recall out like I did at the end of the last one and switch destinies and come back. You know, you can exit the instance for 5 minutes and come back. You'd be fine. I'll take a 10% penalty, but I don't care. I'd rather get the destiny experience right now. You don't generally want to do that, but I want to run in Sentinel for the video. I also want to show you the quest progress. So I've done quite a few quests on Epic Elite. I did all the web flagging on Epic Elite, all for bravery bonus. I did Don't Drink the Water, Memoirs. I did that with a group. There's no way I could have soloed that. And Slavers, obviously, with a group. There's no way I could have soloed that. I did Trial by Fire last night because I just wanted to see how I stacked up against Epic Elite Gianthold mobs. So it was a pretty quick and easy one. And it held up well. And I was in Shirati. So I haven't done a ton, but I've done a fair bit on Epic Elite. And I also want to show you that I almost have enough Purple Dragon Knight favor to open up the final tier, which is 375. And there's tons of quests that I could have done to get. It's going to be very easy to get from here to 375 if I really wanted to. And what that would do, that would allow you to craft the Cormyrean green or red dragon armor. And so that would be a nice low epic level armor. If you're going to do multiple lives, the green would be nice for this. The heavy green would have been nice for this toon. It has 10% mana savings. As resistance. It's level 22 or 23. It's a pretty nice set of armor. I do prefer to wear the Epic Red from the Vault of Night, but it's a really, really tough farm. It's a great long-term goal to get. And you can wear that at 20. And so I just wear that till I get my Flawless Blue. And Flawless Blue is another one. I mean, that if I was going to play this toon long-term, I'd want to get the Flawless Blue for 25. I'm nowhere near my 5,000 point plus 5 tome, but that's where I am, 2250. Alright. I'm not going to do breakables. But there are lots of breakables up here, over there, over there, over there, down below. But I'm definitely going to go down below here because there is a collectible. Fungus patch. Yeah, you got some breakables down here, so you want to make sure you get those. This quest is worth such huge XP. I don't think I'm going to have the charisma skills to do this. Let's see. Bluff 17. Nope. I'm going to have to fight all the dudes at the end. Man. I might have... Let me try something here. Let's see. That's Intimidate 15. Then I've got the Golden Guile that gives me Diplomacy and Bluff 15. Let's just try it. Humor me. Ooh, failure on a 19. I think that's like a 62. Ugh, I'm so close. I don't even remember the order of these guys anymore. I don't think this guy will even talk to me. Oh, he will. Yeah, now I gotta go over here and get the map from this guy. Bluff success, 3 out of 4. See if I can get a 20. I think it's 62. So even with a 20, I'd only have a 58. Yep. Oh well. So don't buff until you know you're set on your course here. Because you know you can spend several minutes in here getting breakables, getting your collectible, talking to the NPCs. So I took off. Oops, gotta get my headgear on. Okay, it's. Oh no, I gotta get my correct necklace on. Okay, so I took the elemental toughness off of the buff bar because I don't need it anymore because I got damage reduction on the armor. So I replaced it with Angered with Noonday Sun. I know I blasted this before, but you know, if I'm going to run in fire on long form, I might as well hit it. I mean, it's not very exciting, but it's something. If that wasn't there, I would have that filled up with my spider cult mask, but I still haven't used that stuff. Just gonna show you, it's all there unused. We're going to do the whole thing. Earthquake, ice storm, sleet storm, storm of vengeance. Yep, that's what we're doing. And let's go ahead and hit him with the primal scream because I want that con bonus. While your AoEs are chewing them down, you know, you can use your single target SLAs to finish off the rest of them. Where's that guy shooting? He doesn't even know. I think there's a collectible over here. Yep. Adventure pack. So I am a little bit concerned about this one, mostly because of the top of the maze. So that was just SLAs. I just went through all the SLAs and that finished him off. So that's a cheap way to kill a single mob, even on Epic Elite. I didn't have the word of balance off timer yet. Oh, balance off. Good night. Look at that. I'll clear out this maze a little bit. Because I'm going to have to pull out the wolf. Ooh, he could trip me too. I don't have knockdown immunity yet because, as we've discovered, you don't get that until you have tier 5 and 8 Unyielding Sentinel. I also wanted to mention the stances in Unyielding Sentinel. So I'm choosing to be in Vigor of Battle. The other one is Unbreakable, and that gives me DR 10/epic, but I don't need the DR because I've got it on the armor. But even before, you know, I had 5 DR from the elemental toughness and 10 DR/slashing from the shield. So this really, you know, wouldn't have really been doing much for me. See, I don't need these guys spawning on top of the wolf. Thank you very much. Crest of the snake, collectible. Some Barney rubble. There's a really nice little animated GIF that I found that when I was a noob helped me to learn how to do the Crucible maze, because it's really confusing when you're new, but it's actually a really simple maze that's basically divided up into 3 sections. So I'm going to put a link to that GIF in the description. And I did a walkthrough of Crucible before, actually not too terribly long ago, where I included it. Oh, look at this. But I'll include it again here. Right, are we done with this rigmarole yet? Jeez. Wolf. Stick him on pass him. We're gonna park him. Did I get the crest for here? No. This is a little scary using the wolf for this, because if you lose the targeting, or if he doesn't want to get it, then you can be in trouble. But you usually can rig it up so you're okay. So I still have the valve targeted, but I'm going to lose the targeting now. Well, I guess I could, yeah, because I got to pick up the crest. Toothpaste. So I crack myself up. You know that by now. I just posted today the episode, I think it was 15, where I did tour. I was in some kind of a mood there, you know, and you're probably watching that like, is he drunk or high? No, that's just what I'm like after I have a little bit of sugar or soda or something. Okay, so I hit the gears and he's not doing it, so yeah, so you can see he's moving around. I think he's gonna get it there. No, is he gonna do it now? Come on, don't fail me, Mirage. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. So usually if you keep playing with it, like, he'll eventually do it, so don't panic. As long as he's alive, you can usually just keep clicking the gears and he'll eventually click the right thing. Who hit me? There he is. So the top of the maze is a lot of casters up there, and they can be a pain in the butt. I mean, they can be a really deadly spot in this quest. Oh crap, I didn't check. Yeah, I have the crest for the other one over there. Should have checked that on my way back. And you probably noticed that and you're like, what are you doing? You ran right by it. I told you, you know, when I'm doing these videos, I am not paying attention, you know, I'm not a good multitasker. I do dumb stuff. Sometimes when you start attacking these guys up there, it can make the casters aggro on you. I don't care. Do I look like I care? Somebody's shooting at me. I hear them. There we go. See, you gotta, sometimes you gotta play around a little bit. Good boy, Mirage. Oops. If you really want like a full walkthrough of this quest, I do recommend my other video. I go over things in a lot more detail. I think I did that. Yeah, I did it on Ginger Spice. I used the wolf. Call Wolf Parkham. Oh. Socket. Grab the Horn of Cunning. Oops, I don't have Featherfall. Oh crap. Alright, I've got it set up to... Wait a minute. The eye valve. Just go out this way now. Cribbity crap. I wonder if I can get my wolf to hit H for me. Woot. Or I could have just gone back around and exited north from the center. There's that bonus chest there. It's easy to just drop down later at the end and get it. Or you can have somebody stay on the levers and get it. champion. We'll give him the greater creeping cold. I don't think we're going to have a use for the pet anymore, so we'll just get rid of him. And just in case you didn't know, there's a valve down here that turns off the current for a little while, which is really nice. You can have somebody stationed here during the swim, and you can have them continue to toggle that, and it makes it easier to do the swim, but it's not necessary. Token of the Spider, that's a really rare one. Some of you crafters are watching this going, damn you, I need that. So we got a shrine coming up here. But I want to put off using that as long as possible. Hell yeah. That's how we do. Adventurers pack. Switch to wolf form, so I gotta do the mantle again. Am I worried about these traps? No, because we got PRR and self-healing ability. Gonna go ahead and use the bauble. So it's the one diplomacy skill that lets you see the floor here. Can't remember which one, but it's one of them. You can read all about it in the wiki entry if you'd like to. I think it's the intimidate guy there off to the side, who's kind of by himself, because he says something about a map when you do the charisma skills with him. Trying to take a drink real quietly during the video, and I failed miserably. It's always when I'm trying to be the quietest that I like trip or break a dish or something. If you have really high or low, this is an interesting little, the test of instinct. If you have, I think it's high or low wisdom, you can do it. I always just do the keep pulling the same door method, but let's see what happens here. You sense that the fourth door hides death. Okay, so Roman numeral 4 on the bottom here. I have high wisdom, so is it right? Nope. I don't know how this puzzle works, so if you want to read about it, go on the wiki. I'm just going to keep doing the same door over and over until I get the right one. It's a 1 in 6 chance. It's like breaking the phylactery in Temple of the Deathworm, but without all the ridiculousness. Hey, third try. Okay, so this part, I want to very gingerly just come in here and not aggro the whole thing, because these guys will start, you know, knocking you down with the command. And a sleet storm, well, the sleet storm's no big deal, but the stun you and just all kinds of ridiculousness. So I don't want to aggro the whole room. So this is above the maze right now. Like if you don't know this quest real well, if you don't have your bearings in here, that maze where that, you know, I did all those levers to get the horn out of the middle. This is the top of it. You know, where I was looking up and those guys were ranging me from the top. This is the top of that maze. So you want to pull this lever. It's going to drop these ladders down. So if I fall, I can just use the ladders to get back up instead of having to go all the way around. So I want to use up the rest of my mana here before I go use that shrine. Oh, those bastards are healing them. I'm just going to hit them with the Greater Creeping Cold. Now I'm going to use the rest of my clickies. Because mana's going to be tight here. It's going to be a little tight, so I don't want to play around. I got one shrine at the end. Oh, I'm worried about the end. I could really embarrass myself. I mean, I think they're going to get some pretty good hits on me. But I think my mana lasting is going to be a problem. Oops, I forgot to put my spinneret back on. Use the Ring of Spell Storing. And 75 mana. Every rest, I will take it. Oh, crap. Buffs are wearing off, or they dispelled me or something. That's how they get you. They lure you out here. It's like when they lured Jon Snow out into the battlefield by, you know, throwing his cousin out there and having him run towards him. That's how they get you. You can't fall for that, but I just did. You know nothing, Jon Snow. It's a good thing I got that down. I forgot I didn't have Featherfall on. Just use the ladders to get back up. Now I'm gonna go use that shrine. I'll show you a little trick. Maybe you don't know it. I could just go around, so this isn't really much of a shortcut. Watch this. Lever. Wolf. I can't reach it. Oh, did they fix it? Those bastards. Used to be able to use the wolf to get the lever. Oh well. Let's go around. Jump wore off. Everything's wearing off. Right through the trap. Like I've said before, people ask me what I do about traps. I walk through them, that's what I do. Unless it's legendary elite slave lords. And I'm on this team and I get destroyed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm able to survive actually several traps in there. But, you know, you walk through and you hit 6 pressure plates in a row, you know, because you're running through. That's harsh, you know. That's tough stuff. Didn't open that yet. I instinctively wanted to go there. Now we got lots of mana to finish these guys off. I want to kill every last mob so I don't have to deal with them while I'm trying to get these puzzle wheels figured out. Alright, let's put feather falling on because I don't want to accidentally fall. Oops, gotta go over here. Okay, this is wait. You don't have a lot of time. We got red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. Green 0, red 4, blue 5. Red 4, blue 5. Hell yeah. That's how we do. I'm gonna get so much XP. Gotta put the mantle back on. So here's where I tried to go through earlier when I said I instinctively wanted to come through that gate, but I hadn't opened it yet. It's just right here. So this will just be a little bit shortcut back to that shrine once you get to this point. So here's the point that's really scary for especially new people, right? Because we got to do this underwater swim and a bunch of traps, and oh my god, what do we do? No sweat. So first we're going to do the Merfolk's Blessing, of course, because that's going to give us, you know, a better swim. We're going to get rid of our wisdom damage here. I don't know where that's coming from, but we're going to make sure we have Spring's Resurgence because that can help us stay alive, and we can even, here's an important thing, we can even use Spring's Resurgence underwater, so that's especially huge during heroics. And another sort of just fail-safe is I bought a stack of potions of Cure Serious Wounds. You can drink these underwater, so if you really get in a bind under here, you know, you're just like, you got hit a bunch of times and you're just stuck in a corner, you're like, oh my god, if I moved I'm gonna die. Just stand there and drink Cure Serious Wounds potions. Like, it's ridiculously slow, but it's better than dying. Hopefully we won't have to do that. Make sure you get your Barney Rubble. Okay, we're just gonna go right through. Boom! Get tore up. Ouch. 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 And ouch. Oops, I don't want to go there yet. Okay, so what do we do? So you got this little spot here, you can like jump heal. And you want to do another Spring's Resurgence. Okay, Okay, so now I'm back up to full. I feel pretty good. You don't want to be the guy that does the swim and then gets all the way here and then dies. Like, you've seen that guy, haven't you? Have you ever been that guy? Look at that, I got commanded. Bastard. Commanded again. But see, here's the thing. We've got the defenses, you know. Protection from evil would protect us from that, but don't have it. So don't panic if you get knocked out. Like, you're built to survive. If you get knocked down, you don't have to panic. Your defenses are going to carry you through, see? I'm not worried. Do I look like I'm panicking right now? See, they're going to curse you. All kinds of nasty stuff. Now it's just this guy. And they're all dead now. Don't touch the glittering treasure. Just grab the horn. And the key. And I'm going to do a fresh merfolk's. The treasure gives you like a curse poison, so you have to do like remove curse and then remove poison or something. I don't remember. Just don't touch it. Okay. Fresh Springs Resurgence. You can even hit yourself with like a regenerative spell while you're swimming through here. It doesn't last super long, but you know. Stuck behind this thing. Okay, we are gonna swim upstream instead of going all the way around like some people have to. We have such good swim in water elemental form with Merfolk's Blessing. We're just gonna go upstream. Remember when I showed you that valve underwater though? That will shut the current off here. So if you're doing this with multiple people, it can be really handy and really nice to have someone at that valve who turns off the current. Ooh, I gotta remember to get that adventure pack. So here, supposedly, in heroic at least, it's a good chance to Diamond of Vitality 20 to drop. I've never seen it drop, but I don't think it drops in epic. But this is also where you get your aquatic bracers from, is that chest. It's the only chest that drops aquatic bracers. Adventure pack. See, this isn't so scary. Come on now, True First Life. Solo Epic EE Crucible. Underwater swim. Yeah, I'm gonna get chewed up by this if I don't watch my step, watch my backstroke. Spinner right back on. Alright. We're on the final approach. This is the final haul. Am I worried? Well, I'm not worried in the final haul. So, like I said, protection from evil will stop you from being commanded. So, that's one of the reasons why UMD is really nice to have on this build. You know, you can get, sometimes you find like wands of protection from evil 10th level, or you can even get like the level 1 scrolls the last 5 minutes. But UMD to just use simple stuff like that is really nice. You know, a situation like this, or whatever, you're getting commanded, toss that. All I gotta do is kill the guys in this final haul, so I can afford to spend the rest of my mana. Any guys left here? Just that one. Yep. Doesn't work very well when it's not real. Isn't that what they said in 12 Ounce Mouse? If any of you get that reference, I will be shocked. You'll have to let me know if you do. big fan of, I shouldn't say a big fan. I think they're called psychodramas. Maybe that's the wrong word, but like David Lynch stuff, where it's just sort of, I don't want to say nonsensical, but definitely non-linear and definitely like chronologically challenged kind of stuff. And so there was a show a while ago on Adult Swim called 12 Ounce Mouse, which has like the worst animation ever. I mean, it looked like it was drawn by a kid, but I loved it. I was so sad that it was only like 2 seasons long. Okay, here's where we embarrass ourselves. What? He's a champion? Come on, I don't have time for this rigmarole. Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking some of these Giraffes of Sparkling Apple Cider, and I got 2 of these regular elixirs of Mnemonic Enhancement from a roll the other day, so I'll be drinking those too. Probably drink up every last pot I got. It's gonna suck, but you know what? I'm not gonna be here much longer anyways. Okay, what else do we want to make sure we get? That potion. I should just buff in there. That's the thing. What? I missed a dude. He won't let me in the arena. That means we missed a dude. There's probably a blinded orc just like wandering around aimlessly back here. Ugh. Joker. So yeah, there's a lot of talking by the announcer, Grogan, who's the same announcer in Bond 1. So you can just come in here and buff in here. There's plenty of time. Make sure you get your adventure pack, because you can't get it when you're dead. So I gotta fight all 4 of these jerks. Alright. So be it. That's because I failed that 1 charisma check. And he's even got his pants on. Let's see. Superior freeze. Let's go ahead and do the rage. Got anything else that I can use? Yeah, let's do the spell power. So he's just gonna range me. I don't care about him. This is the guy that wouldn't have been here had I made all my checks. They're gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt. Oh, I told you they were gonna hurt. 2 champions. Oh, you bastards casting on me. I'm not used to the Ghost Waker. I have to take him out first. I cannot have this caster doing this to me. It is unacceptable. Oh, that's painful. Alright. We'll just dance around. While we kill the caster. Yep, might as well drink it now, because we're going to have to go there. This command is not working for me. That is scary. I gotta do spell absorption. I can't have him commanding me like that. I'm gonna die. Probably deserve it for all the trash talk. I'm gonna feel a lot better when he's dead. Spell absorption. Remember I talked about this importance of spell absorption? I said you're never going to know when you're going to need it. I said it. Remember, you can check me. You can go back on the records. It's on record of me saying. All right. Okay, I'm going to take off the spell absorption now. And so who do I want next? I don't care about the range, dude. Yeah, this is the guy I want next. Because the other guy's going to range me half the time, and then when he gets bored, he's going to come over and swing a weapon at me or two. Okay, renewal's great. That healing over time that renewal's giving me is so beautiful right now. It's going to fill in those gaps. Ooh, that was close. Yep. Time to drink the little ones I got. Still gotta use my bobble. I'll be dipping in that after this guy's dead. Ooh, look at that. You're hitting me so hard. Bubble time. He should go down now with this casting of Creeping Colds. Ah, now we can breathe. Using up the little clickies. Down to Daggertooth. Piece of cake. We could just coast to the end now. I mean, we could just sit here and use SLAs, but... let's go ahead and use up the Ring of Spell Storing. See how far we can get him down with what we got without having to drink any more pots. Vengeance SLA is off timer. Look, now who's running away from who? I gotta drink a pot. Don't want to, but you could have. You could have just sat here and used SLAs if you had the time. You want to spend 10 minutes. You could do that. cider. Word of Battle's hitting it pretty good. It's about 2,500 damage. I just spent myself right there. Is it gonna be enough? Have to be, because I'm not drinking another pot. So close. There he goes. Jeez, oh Pete. That was a fun challenge. That end fight was pretty tough. I was taking some hits, so like I've said before, you know, I don't want to portray things other than what they are. Like, those guys got some hits on me. I could have very easily died. So, you know, a little bit more PRR, a little bit more AC, whatever. I'm not going to talk to him yet because I don't want to finish it. So I'm going to recall out. But there's so many good named items that drop from here. And if you do an Epic Elite, you know, there's different tiers. There's Epic Normal versions of this stuff, Epic Hard, and Epic Elite. So it's the Epic Elite stuff you want. So that's why you want to be able to sell this on Epic Elite. The Ghost Waking Cloak is kind of cool. Nothing. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about my build, you can respond in the Druid forums, in my build post. And if you're on Saralona, you're welcome to send me a tell.